Hey guys, welcome back to Easy Life. Today we continue the Shanghai Masters final, taking on Mark Williams in the final, and we lead after the first 8 frames, after the first 8 frames, yeah, it's not a full session in the Shanghai Masters final, but we lead by 6 frames to 2. Of course, the Shanghai Masters final, I believe, best of 21 frames, just assuming it's best of 21, that we'd play 10 frames in that first session, no less, so yeah. But yeah, let's get into this, frames 9 to 12 today, hopefully, we can get through. And yeah, we're breaking off in the 9th frame. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty decent. We seemed by far the stronger player, I'd have to say, and the the scoreline doesn't really hide that. And I say we could easily have been 7-1 up, because we were kind of denied the first frame of the match from a long way in front. We kind of blew a lot of good chances. Then again, you could say that maybe Williams, we pinched a frame off Williams later in the match, so it evens out.
He doesn't want to play this with too much pace.
And had we have, that's a foul. Had we have won that first frame, it would have been 4-0 by the time. It would have been 5-0 by the time Williams had won his frame. Because he won his second frame on frame 6.
No penalty points, but he's left the pot on here.
Oh, that's harsh. But yeah. So it would have been 5-0 to us, and I don't even know if he would have won a frame at that point, because 5-0 he would have been frozen out. So he probably wouldn't have. We probably could well have easily been 8-0 up, like very easily. I know that sounds outrageous, but 6-2. It's not a long way off 8-0 either. It's partly due to the way the AI responds to defeat in this game. They have a very pessimistic response to losing. They're very kind of like they do not like losing. Mentally, but it certainly ruins their physical ability, their ability to pop balls. I'll tell you that. It certainly comes across that way. How does this long pot go? It doesn't. So just have to be patient and wait for a chance to come. I think we've massively underhit that there. No, that's pretty good. What we've done is hit it pretty much okay. Probably just could have been a tad harder, but that's very close to the bulk cushion. It's not quite on the bulk cushion, but it's pretty good, so I'd take it as a result. And what's come off the back of it, there's a decent chance to score some points in this 9th frame. We're in. Oof. The in-off was something I did fear then, lack of commentary as well. It's decent enough, landing on the yellow.
Tricky shot here.
That's there. Potted a few of those in this match, but messed up the positional side of things. And here an all or nothing shot. Pot this and frames you at your mercy. Miss it and you might have your work cut out for the session, and that might be what I've just done. Well,
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I may have actually got away with this. Yeah, bar that red. But I didn't think he'd go for it, and he hasn't really landed on a red that well. But he's pulled out a nice recovery shot. So he's not looking completely like a man who's been defeated. He's still in this match. If he loses this frame, then 7-2, all of a sudden it's a long way back. So I'm really kind of putting pressure on myself in this frame. I really want to go 7-2 up. I feel like it sounds like a huge lead, like 7-2. That's a big lead. But I don't think but the looks of things, we ain't going to get another chance unless Williams awfully messes up.
24.
But these balls are kind of everywhere. After we took a silly risky shot.
25. 27.
And he's still potting balls to a decent standard. 37 in front he is now. It's looking like he's going to pinch this opening one. This will hurt a little bit, he had a chance. Just couldn't convert it, he could in theory level this match up in this episode. So you know we're not home and dry, and that's not a terrible shot because he's got an angle to go into these if he wants, but he's also got an angle to be on nothing, and he's landed on something. I'll tell you that. I think these reds kind of all go. He's not too many pots away from taking this frame, you'd have to say. And there you have it. That was a key shot, you know. There's absolutely nothing in the way of us getting of him getting to 6-3 now, you know. You'd have to say this is 6-3 for all money. I don't think he's got an angle on this black though, so this might be last chance saloon for us, but what a shot he's pulled out there. And what a bad shot it was. Okay, that went. I was going to say what a reprieve that was for us. But that's the frame. And we do have to take our medicine. It's 6-3 quite literally as well by the looks of it. I love the irony of it. I'm saying we have to take our medicine. Just coughing as I say it, you know. Just cough because I got something in my throat. Not actually got the flu or anything. This isn't good. You know, there are some. I'm getting early warning signs that this isn't my episode. I'll tell you that. This ain't my day. I'll tell you that for free. This ain't my day at all. Right. Okay. So we're back on. We've been let back in. If we can take this frame, we've restored the 4-frame gap. It's a good shot. It's a very good shot. Well, I don't know, I wouldn't go that far because I don't really see myself continuing the break after this shot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to nestle behind the yellow, really. I think I've done a pretty nice job of that. Hit the power bar pretty well. And that's pretty good.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
No foul. I thought he'd hit the pink. Don't know what you guys thought. Probably just hit this a little bit harder than the power bar because the power bar I did underestimate slightly. I'm on the pink.
Position looks good for a card.
No, not quite.
1.
That's annoying. I just feel like the shot isn't going to go in that easily. But here we go.
The split looks good to me.
I did have to kind of fight my instincts a little bit there.
8.
And tell myself that this is one of those weird shots that doesn't do quite as what you say. Neil fans are saying the split looks good to him. But does that go in? It doesn't pass the blue, no. Yeah, it ain't as pretty as it looks. It ain't the best split in the world. Certainly ain't the best.
He fancies this red. So close, but he's missed it.
That was really close to being an excellent recovery, I have to say. Nearly got away with this. I don't know, might actually have got away with it. I hope we have, but the reds where they are, it is just hope. I think we have. I thought we had got away with it. I knew we'd obviously left that, but that was if A, he was willing to go for it, and B, he'd get it. So, you know, other than that, it was just a fluke to worry about, which in theory there's always a fluke potential.
Good split.
But this game doesn't tend to bite you too much with flukes. Although I did lose the I did lose in the UK Championship because of a fluke of my opponent. You know. I was doing a really nice job on a comeback and I was just bitten by a fluke by Luca Brisell.
Pops on and he's going for it. Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot. 6.
After all the last 16 exits of last season, this has been a really good way to start the season, I feel. Well, you know, obviously we had an appalling China Championship, which I didn't film, and you might think I'm joking. I genuinely did lose 5-0, and I actually did play all 5 frames. Like I didn't just skip the match. There is no riddle. I actually tried to play a proper 5 frames. I'm dead serious. My mind just wasn't on it. I kind of didn't initially think I'd lose that match, so I kind of just didn't initially focus that well. And by the time I got to 3-0, I thought, damn, I'm struggling, you know. Because I was probably playing on my phone whilst playing the match as well, probably wasn't fully concentrating. Probably messing around doing silly things, you know, playing games on my phone, whatever. Subway Surfers, something like that. Scrolling through YouTube on my phone, most probably. Captain Goodspeed, whatever it might be. TWD98, aka Troy. Second favourite YouTuber. Favourite being the one and only captain of the ship. And what am I doing? That was just like a massive misjudgment. I'm just going to have to sit this out now. You know, I'm 21 in front, but I think it's going to be 6-4 here. He's got the balls at his mercy, so you're going to have to sit and suffer again now. And our mistakes seem to be costing us, you know. Obviously, you could say it's a bit presumptuous to assume we're going to lose the frame from this position, but with where the balls are, you'd be pretty surprised if he couldn't clear up, you know. They're kind of on a plate. We kind of handed him the chance he would have wanted, you know. He's landing on the reds, he's landing on the colours. What more can he ask for? You know, he's about to take the lead in this frame, and you know, he's halfway to completing a comeback. So I kind of would like to take the last 2 frames of this episode to re-establish my authority in this match. Authority is something I've clearly let slip through my fingers, like sand, I suppose. The last couple of, in this frame and the last one, certainly the last one I just completely messed that up. I really did want to take that last one as well, like I would have, like a 7-2 lead would have been a dream, you know. That ain't the best shot in the world though, he's still got a red. He deposits it. 10 in front. At 17. Just picking these off nicely. Nicely for him anyway. Sitting here watching it is pretty upsetting. I just realised the camera angle is something an absolute disgrace. I thought the camera angle was really nice, I kind of just didn't notice. I'm really sorry about that, guys. You've had to endure nearly 2 frames with the camera angle that poor, and there you go, you deposit to the top red. And there you go, right. Another frame down the Swanee, and he pulls it back. It's 4-6. Really would like to take these last 2 frames. We've seen our big lead cut to quite a slender one now. Got to say though, that's as good as a break-off as I could have asked for. And this is as good as a chance I could have asked for. To follow up. So here's your chance now, Alok. Score some points.
Decent position to take on a colour here. 1.
Let's take the black. I know the pink goes, but why do I want to go away from the reds? And besides, I'll take a higher value colour than the black. I'm not really thinking about the 147, I think that'd be foolish. Considering I've already made one in this tournament, 1's enough, you know, the tournament.
Nicely positioned for the black.
I kind of will leave that goal alone when I'm on such an important frame, because if I let him have this one, I've let him win 3 frames in a row, I've lost my momentum, he's built a lot of momentum, you know. He's obviously built momentum, my momentum on the game doesn't change, I don't think that really matters for the person playing. I think it's just how they're feeling as a human being, but I'd then feel a bit kind of frozen out. So I think I kind of need a good chance to get me going. I had a chance in the last frame and I blew it really. Had a good chance, you know, I missed that red. You know, it's a tough red, but I hit it softly, not really thinking that it would miss. It didn't reach the pocket. It's a well-judged cannon though, that shot. And this red does go to the middle pocket, I think. But there's loads of easier, there's a much easier red into this pocket, which is obviously what I want to go for. You always want the easiest pot on, you know. The other reds may be harder now, and you might be thinking, well, if you're on them, just go for them, but I can get onto them so that they're much easier than that. I can pot them into the corner pockets, into these two corner pockets. You always want to be putting most of your balls into these corner pockets, I feel. I feel like those are the pockets that the players use the most. Sometimes use the middle pockets. That is mainly just to pot the blue and the odd red, you know, or sometimes the pink. But in an ideal break, they wouldn't really go beyond the middle pockets. Most of the work should be done around these corners, you'd imagine. On a 147, once Mark Selby potted the final black into the left middle pocket against Ricky Walden back in 2013 in the UK Championship semi-final. You know, Walden used to be quite the player. Quite the player indeed.
Nicely onto a red.
I'm not saying that he's a bad player now, he just used to be extremely good back then. Stun back for the black. Good shot. You know, if the chance does arise, then I might go for the 147.
What do you want?
You know? Because if I'm consistently able to get to the black on every shot, then I will just go for it. Like, if I win the frame having taken all blacks, then yes, I will be going for 147, because why not? Like, it is just a bit of fun at the end of the day. I don't think I got paid for my first one, so I certainly didn't get ranking points for it, so it hardly matters. You know, you may say there's no ranking points at stake in this tournament, but hey, it's a place at the Champion of Champions in stake. And if I can get into that Champion of Champions, that's brilliant. I do want to win this match in by a heavy scoreline. You know, I'd say I've still got the chance to do it. I'd say anything 11-6 or better is a heavy win.
Not the best positional shot.
But it's all gone wrong right there. That's all gone wrong, and the 147 will be down for Swanee. Unless I'm willing to take a double on, but nonetheless, the 147 chance is gone, so I'm not going to be playing position for the black. Might play for position for a bulk colour. Dreaded double kiss. Pace of the cue ball's been killed. I've left him a fairly easy starter.
Not what he intended at all. That's a poor shot. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 56. 1.
Only immediately deposits the yellow. Before being forced to take this long red into the yellow pocket, unless he's going to attempt this thin cut, but either way he's got a tough pot on his hands. He's got a tough missable pot, so he could be back in. Hopefully we are, you know. And we are, yeah. The mistake it's a mistake that we are going to be forgiven for, I'd imagine.
He's taking on the pot along the cushion.
But this is tougher than I would have anticipated, though.
In it goes.
And it is an absolutely fantastic shot, and Dave Hendon is incredibly happy. Neil Founds is a little bit critical of the positional side of things, but
required for this shot. He's got a real roll here. Great striking.
and that was something else.
6.
Landed very nicely on this red, or certainly for given the position. Well, no century, and certainly no maximum, but you know, should be a few more pots, and the frame will be ours. Good pot. Not the best split though. Well, I wasn't really playing the split, I was just playing to land. I was playing the pot and assuming I'd get position of some kind. I suppose I'm on the yellow, yes, but that's what I say. It's not the best, it could have been much worse. I could have been on nothing, but that could have gone much better though. I don't believe that. You wouldn't have thought it at such a thin angle. And Williams does get one more chance in this 11th frame, you'd have to say. Oh, he's missed straight off the bat. It's a poor attempt.
Tempted by this red.
What a shot though.
Beautiful pot. What about that?
What a beauty.
Perfect. One. Just the pink ball now.
And in it goes.
Great.
So this frame, we can finally put it to bed and let it sleep. And let this frame rest.
I want this to drop
As
in the
ours.
centre pocket.
And that red removes any ideas that Williams will have of a return to the table in this frame. And I'm just going to nestle the pink here. He won't be coming back. He'll nod his head and we'll be 7-4 up. And we are. So we re-establish a 3-frame lead, 7-4. So very big last frame. A huge difference, you'd have to say, between 7-5 and 8-4. So you know, if we were to win this frame, he'd have it all to do. You'd have to say so. Kind of do want to win this frame, but not much we can do right now. Not after a break-off shot like that. Just got to hope that we can get the ball safe, I suppose. And that's all we can do because, you know, there's not any other easy enough shot I can see on. And that was always on, hitting a ball on the way back. But given the circumstance, I'd say that was pretty decent. May have left a red though. We have. And in it goes. Well, you know, if he clears up from here, then you can't really say we've thrown this frame away. You've kind of just got to say that we were given the most unfair, we were given the most ridiculous, the most difficult shot to pull off, knowing that if we messed it up, we could have our lead cut to just 7-5. And that may well be the way it is. Where these balls are, you know. It's done a good shot there, you'd have to say. Oh, well, he goes for the more difficult pink to leave the more difficult red. Well, maybe the black didn't go, so maybe the pink was easier. But that goes in.
13.
I sense a bit of momentum from Mark here.
18.
But how's he going to get to a red colour from this red?
19.
Unless he takes the thin cut. Which he hasn't done.
Mark Williams, 19.
We have been given a reprieve in a frame that we really deserved one in. But again, even the reprieve's not really a reprieve. It's just another shot. I think we've had to suffer the humiliation of missing that. Oh,
Not what he intended, and to be honest,
he's going to put us back, isn't he?
what his intention was.
He's not, because there's a red that went.
Mark Williams,
Oh, now he's got the table at his mercy again. Why? Why is this happening? Please could somebody explain why this is happening? That, you know that red he just potted, did that red go at the start of the frame? Because if so, I'd kick myself that I didn't look at that. But I didn't look at it because it looked like it obviously didn't go. Like you just wouldn't have looked at it and thought, yeah, that goes. You just look at it and think, no, that's covered. What?
Mark Williams, 11.
He did a Jack Lasowski-esque shot right there. And we've actually got a chance to pot. Again, even the chance to pot's not an easy chance. And we missed it.
Loose shot.
Because I went with my instincts and not the angles. Too instinctual there.
1.
And now I can say we've had a fair chance in this frame, but I'd still like another one. You know, I don't really feel like I've had a proper good chance to score. I feel like every shot I've had has been a proper challenge, knowing that if I miss it, I'm up against it. Like I stand to lose the frame if I mess up. And every time, you know, I just can't seem to... This frame's just one... You know, every time I've taken a shot, he's come to the table and scored afterwards. You know, I might sound like I'm feeling sorry for myself, but I think you kind of would if you've got a frame like this up against you. You know, he's just not missing the balls now. They're all just going in for him. And all because of that break off. That, you know, if we'd played it, these all could have been ours, but it just wasn't our break off. So his frame was just like kind of we were screwed even before it started. You know, we were screwed right from the moment he took his first shot, and that was even before we took our first. Right, so yes, a real life snooker player would totally just turn down an easy red, because that sounds normal, doesn't it? That just sounds like something your generic snooker player does, you know, every day, because they don't want to win. Yeah, that red's in the jaws of the pocket, does it not go?
Attempting to get the white tight on the cushion.
Well, Dave thought I was attempting to get the white tight on the cushion, but that might have been what I was doing in Dave Hendon's mind. On the actual snooker table, on the actual green baize, what was I doing? I was trying to pot a red. I was trying to plant the red. To somebody who likes safety play, I don't really know what Dave Hendon likes. Don't know if the guy plays snooker. It's there. So now we're in with a chance. First easy pot of the frame. Wow. 45 points down. And we've already scored 8. And it's our first easy pot of the frame. First easy ball of the... Don't sound so surprised, this one's easy.
That's an excellent pot.
Dave sounds so surprised, like, whoa, he's looking to potting this into the right corner pocket. And I'm just like, yeah, wouldn't you? Or would you just play a safety? Like, why would anyone play safe from here? Or play another red. I suppose there might have been another red on. That one into the right middle, perhaps. I don't know if that went. I love how I'm saying it, that red into the right middle as if it goes. And then I'm asking, did that go? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. No? Only time will tell, hey? How did that happen?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 60.
So I had to blast that. I've left him a red probably. And the git gets it. And he doesn't really leave himself a colour, to be fair. He goes for an outrageously long green. To leave us needing a snooker. Yeah. And I'm so salty about that frame that I'm going to try. I'm going to try for one. Just going to push that towards the cushion first thing, and I've messed that up, and that is going to be game. It's going to be 7-5, and you know, gotta say I'm pretty embarrassed with my performance this episode. In fact, I'm disgraced for my performance. It's been a huge disgrace. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe down below. It really helps me out. It means a lot to the channel. Subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.